How do you make your wife sit there for 10 years and pump out kids? My goodness. That boy was slinging all types of iron, huh? Phillip Rivers' daughter is older than some of his new teammates. Yes, it's official. 44-year-old, 10 children having Phillip Rivers has officially signed to the Colts. And as we speak right now, they're debating and trying to find a way for him to start. So let me lay the ground rules out for you, because this is gonna be a big focus on Phillip Rivers, somebody that I grew up watching. Right, was one of those top tier elite on the bubble of elite quarterbacks for his days when I grew up watching football. Did it for a long time rather. Could really sling that iron. Did it in a big way. Right. The Colts were on an absolute tear, and as a Texans fan, I was shivering in me timbers. Right, I was like, man. When the Colts are good, it's never a good time for my Texans and our elite defense. But hey, man, shout out to Daniel Jones. That's awful. He was literally having a career year. Danny Dimes completely reimagined and revived his career and now he has a torn Achilles, which is just legitimately terrible. I hated the way that they treated him in New York. I was happy to see him strive in new places and really take it to the next level. So it sucks that he's out for the season. But what's even crazier is that Anthony Richardson, who was supposed to be QB2, he was placed on IR a few weeks ago. Now, the leak so far is that he had a band, like one of them workout bands, and smacked him in his face, and he broke like an orbital bone, right? So it's really, really bad situation. Anthony Richardson is not going to be back playing football for a while. And then on top of that, Riley Leonard, the 5th-round rookie out of Notre Dame, he sprained his PCL, so he can't go either. So it is official. The Colts are signing quarterback Phillip Rivers to their practice squad per the insiders. The Hall of Fame semifinalist, age 44, rejoins the Indy quarterback room to support Riley Leonard in serve as potential option down the road, a dramatic return. Now, Phillip Rivers, this is real baller stuff, right? Oh, yeah, shout out to 199. Thank you, sweetie. Make sure you go vote in the Rookie of the Week. Phillip Rivers signed a ceremonial one-day contract with the Chargers in July to officially retire as a member of that franchise, and that's July 2025. So he just retired as a Charger to come back out of retirement as an Indianapolis Colt. Now, just so you know, the 8-time Pro Bowler who spent the 2020 season with Indianapolis and now in 2025 returns to play, I want that to be known that the idea of Phillip Rivers could be the Colts starting quarterback this week, this Sunday, versus the Seahawks is not, and that Seahawks defense get busy. Versus the Seahawks is not out of the question at this moment. Throwing the ball and arm strength were not an issue in his workout, per source. Wednesday and Thursday will tell the full story. Wild times we are living in. So I thought we can do a little bit of appreciation of Phillip Rivers. Like I said, just a legend of the game. Somebody that I watched as a kid. I mean, you're going to see, since 2004, he's been slaying that iron. Really, 2006 is really when he got going and got cooking up. And just a legend in every, form and fashion and way that you could say it. In his last season, by the way, what was that? I guess he was 39 years old or something like that. That boy had 4,169 yards. Now, the QBR is not great, but he threw for 4. There's top quarterbacks in the league today that can't throw for 4,000 yards. You telling me a 39-year-old was slinging it like that, 24 touchdowns? Shout out to Joe Flacco and Aaron Rodgers for giving us the Unk Bowl, which I have to say is probably still the best game of the season so far for me. The Unk Bowl was absolutely electric. Does Phillip Rivers have what it takes to revive the Unk Bowl? And just so y'all know, in totality, 63,000 passing yards for our guy, Phillip Rivers, 209 interceptions to 421 touchdowns. Obviously, from these early San Diego days, a lot of those touchdowns had to be with legendary tight end Antonio Gates. And then later on in his LA Chargers, because San Diego and then LA, I know they went everywhere. It was Keenan Allen he was throwing to and having big things. But look at this, 3,300, right? This is first season starting. 4,100, right? That was his second season starting. Then we go from 2008, 4,000, 2009, 4,200, 2010, 4,700, 2011, 4,600. Now 2012, he dropped out at 3,600, right? Then 2013, 4,400, 4,200, 4,700. My God, in 2015, what was they feeding this boy? And in 2016, 43. In 2017, 45. In 2018, 4,300. 2019, 4,600 to end your career well, was supposed to be the end, at 4,169 yards, 24 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, along with 15. He took 19 sacks, had a 56.3 rating. Wasn't his best day at the office, right? Wasn't his best year, but my goodness, a gunslinger is for Philip Rivers. So let's get into the actual fun fact. So Philip Rivers' oldest kid is older than their rookie tight end, Tyler Warren. I don't know if y'all know, but this man has 10 children. 10 children. First off, because everybody knows Philip Rivers is a God-fearing man. He's a big God guy, right? How do you make your wife sit there for 10 years and pump out kids? My goodness. Like, give her a break. Like, I mean, golly, he was slinging iron everywhere, huh? That boy was slinging all types of iron, huh? Golly, what's going on, Sham? How you doing? All them kids, this is why he got to be back. So the last time Philip Rivers threw a pass, Jared Goff was on the Rams. Baker Mayfield was the Browns' savior. Wow, that's crazy. Jimmy Graham was tight end 1 for a Matt Nagy Bears playoff team. What? Justin Fields was launching that famous touchdown to Olave versus Clemson. That was a great touchdown. And Kyle Pitts was set to take over the universe. Hey, he's still going to have his breakout year. Don't you worry. Kyle Pitts is coming at some point. So Philip Rivers is one of the 26 modern era semifinalists for the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2026. If he signs to the Colts active roster, his name will come off the list. The clock will restart and his Hall of Fame candidacy will be delayed by 5 years. This man, he got it. This has to be about getting money for his 15 children. He's a grandfather. Yeah, I'm not joking. He is a grandpa. His daughters have kids. And this man was on the Hall of Fame ballot, or at least I think he was a year away, or like he was a year. No, sorry, yeah. He was in the Hall of Fame class of 2026. He's gonna reset it to what? Can I count? 2031. He's not gonna be eligible for the playoffs again. That's real deal love of the hoop, love of the game. JJ Watt, fun fact, and we love JJ Watt around here. Philip Rivers ran the same offense as the Colts for his son Gunner's high school team this season. He and Shane Steichen spoke weekly about it, discussing plays and even film, so familiarity with the scheme should be no problem whatsoever. How crazy is that? How crazy is that he implement a system from basically the NFL concepts, right? And you didn't even know Steichen, he was interviewing the whole time. He was trying to see how much more can we squeeze out of you, Philip Rivers, if we needed to call it up. And obviously, all this kind of hit all at the same time. But it's crazy to think that Philip Rivers saw Matt Stafford about to pass him in all-time passing yards and said, not so fast. Is that what it was? Is that what it was? Is it because Matt Stafford was coming for you? Shout out Matty Ice, by the way. Shout out Matty Ice. This is one of the crazier stories of the entire league, right? He has 10 kids, 2 daughters who are already married, and 1 grandson. He's 44 years old, and he's coming back to play in the NFL after being out for 5 years. The script writers work in a mysterious way. So I want y'all to let me know, is Philip Rivers' knees just going to turn to dust? Is he going to have some real deal starts? Is he really going to sling that iron at how old? 44 years of age. The NC State legend is back to hopefully save the Colts season. And as a Texans fan, I hope he fails, but I hope it looks fresh. I hope he do it big, man. Y'all let me know down below in the comments. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you like football content, and we'll see you next time.